Hello. This brief podcast covers research, especially research as you will encounter in Module 2 and all the way down the road throughout the rest of the semester. First, of course, you want to define your topic. Once you have defined your topic, purpose, audience, etc., and the communication context is important here. Once you define that topic, purpose, and audience, you can complete the communication context, which is the next step. And I would say it's a step taken with defining your topic. You want to have that communication context done as you're defining your topic. Then the next step that you take is searching the electronic databases housed in the university library. We're talking about using the library databases to find credible sources. Credible means, recognized professional journals and trade magazines, not People magazine, not popular news magazines, or in most cases, if you have a question about whether a source is appropriate, contact me. I will see what I'll give you my opinion of it. We're using the library databases to find, again, credible sources, but we all know that anyone can post anything on the internet, so it's good. If you find a credible source on the internet, that's fine, but beware of just accepting something that's written on a website as authoritative. Wikipedia. Now, I will say that when Wikipedia first began, it was generally a bad idea to use it as a source. That opinion has changed. I actually think Wikipedia is a strong and generally crowdsourced, useful and authoritative to a point. But I wouldn't use Wikipedia as your only source, for some piece of information. It's a great, perhaps, secondary source. So keep that in mind. Wikipedia can be a great tool, but it has to be a one that you use thoughtfully. We definitely want to make sure that if we spend all this time researching, that the sources we find are credible. So in researching your topic, I want you to start off using the three databases that I'll mention here. That you can see it on the screen down here. I want you to search. If you have a discipline-related databases that fit your purpose better than the three I'm suggesting, use them. Absolutely, please use them. And just let me know what those related databases were. But even in that case, I think by all means these three databases, the Academic Search Premier, the Applied Science and Technology Full Text, and the Business Source Premier, are three databases available through the IUPUI library website. And they're very authoritative and just chock full of different topics. So regardless of the topic, I think those are three great places to start. And I would like to see, at least a source come from each one of those if possible. Do remember that to use them, I believe you have to be signed on using your IU or IUPUI username. Otherwise, it'll be blocked. If you have any trouble, there's information on the website. You can contact me too, but the best information is getting it directly from the library on how to access those. Then you'll use at least a fourth database, and that can be your related database or the discipline-based database that you want to include, so that you're drawing information from at least four authoritative areas. So that the one thing we want to avoid doing is getting all our articles from the same trade journal or from the same author. You want different authors, you want different journals, you want different views of the research. You want different attitudes and opinions, and these four databases Using 4 databases will certainly get you there. Now, in using the university library, take a look at the university library website before you start. Do some exploring. There are a large number of resources available, and if you need help, contact one of the research librarians. I'll be glad to answer as I can, but I'll probably, if you have a question about researching the library, I will probably point you toward the research librarians, because that's exactly what they get paid for. That's what they're there for, is to help you as students discover just how broad the research material is that is available, and how to do those online searches. So make use of the IUPUI library staff. They're there for you, whether you're an online student or a face-to-face student. They're there for you. And I believe there's even like a chat now that where you can log in and chat directly with a librarian. I know there's an email service. They get it back to you within 24 hours, I think. So, check out the options. You may not even have to come to campus to talk to a research librarian. Now, the assignment, basically starts with a task. Choose an article from each of the 4 databases and submit. You'll be submitting those assignments in APA style. If you're writing in a different file format or in a different citation, you've already talked to me about that, so don't worry. But I do like to approve your source. And I'll do that by reading through your problem and significance statement, as well as through the communication context information I'll be getting. To start off with, make a list of keywords before you begin. You can spend days searching through thousands of sources if you're not very careful with your keywords. Choose articles that are between 5 and 10 pages long for the abstract. That's, again, you want to have that one, want to have essentially 1 page or 10% of your informative abstract is 10% the length of the article. Don't write an informative abstract on a 1-page article, and if don't try to handle a 50 or 60 or 70 page resource. It's going to be too onerous. Try to stick in that 5 to 10 page range. Choose current articles. I would say, and here I say no older than 5 years. If they are older than 5 years and it is pertinent, of course, I think that's fine. I'd be very dubious of reading a source published in the 1970s about the use of email in the business workplace. I just don't think they're going to. At that time, they didn't have any concept of how it would work. Choose your articles that you can understand. If they're so technical you can't understand them, you're not going to be able to summarize or paraphrase them for your audience. And a tip that a student gave me, well, I say here recently, but it's been a few years. But a student told me that what he likes to do is to Google the topic, and from that Google list, create a sample list of the keywords that come up. That Google list will have tons of keywords that it kind of connected on. Then take those keywords back to researching in the appropriate databases. Some reminders. Submit your research communication context to the appropriate assignment under assignments. Remember, everything you do in here, with the exception of just a couple of things, has an assignment attached to it. Make sure you submit it by the due date. Then you'll find that in the calendar. Also, my weekly notes, I will have posted that. And that, as you do your research, remember, you need to have 10 to 12 resources from different journals and authors. That's, again, why I say use those 4 different databases. The 3 that I've mentioned, the one of your choice. Get articles from all of them, because you want them to have different outlooks, different authors. You want to have a rounded view of the topic. And thanks. And remember, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact me. Contact me through OnCourse is the best way.